Oh, hi. Oh, you clicked this because you want to find out the staples, right? Staples tier list for Yu-Gi-Oh. I got you. I got you. One second. One second. Let me just cue the intro. What's up, guys? Hotshotfrontier back at it again with another video. And in this video, guys, we're gonna be doing a tier list for all the staples. And going into this Photon Hybernova format, let's see what's really good and what's not really good to use right now. Starting off with meta-worthy, you know, definitely everyone's playing it. You should be playing it if you can afford it. If not, there are definitely a lot of alternatives right now. And really good, it's really good, right? Not bad is like, not bad. Like a PB&J sandwich, it's not bad. Okay is, it's okay. It could be a lot better, but it's okay. And then we have not this time, son. Just not right now. Maybe later in the format because a lot of things change. But at the current moment, not today, son. So let's see. We have our first card right here, Triple Tactic Talents. Obviously, this is going in meta-worthy. If I could just get it to go right there. Okay, it's not working. There we go. No, it's not working yet. All right, guys, we got it to go in finally. All right, so the reason it's meta-worthy is because not only does it let you draw 2 cards, you can look at your opponent's hand, but you can take an opponent's monster, and that effect is really, really good right now. You know, it's the reason why this card is going up in price from like the Mama version. It's like 18, 19. It might even be more as I'm recording this video, but it's a really strong effect. It has a lot of abilities, so that's why it's meta-worthy, and you should be playing it if you can. Next, we have Dark Hole. Dark Hole is really good. I think it was a lot better with tier limits. If you're playing tier limits, you could just Dark Hole. It's still good, but now you're getting less things off because of the ban list, and you know they got degraded like extremely. But again, it's just also during mid combo, it's less good because then you don't want to destroy your monsters. It's more of like a few turns type of thing. You want to Dark Hole and destroy everything. But also a lot of cards right now are immune to being destroyed by card effects, so it's a little less strong in my opinion. But moving on, we have Crossout Designator. I'm actually gonna say Crossout Designator is okay because I think give it a few more weeks and we'll see if people are gonna be running Crossout Designator. You know, to like, let's say catch Tira, they'll play this with Nibiru so they don't get Nibiru'd. But then again, I don't know how the hand trap meta is going to be in a little bit, so I'll definitely be sure to make a video on that because you guys seem to really like these tier list videos and I love making them. But we'll kind of leave it at okay for now. We have Harpy's Feather Duster. I was gonna say Storm for a second. I'm gonna say it's really good because, you know, we have Labyrinth as like the top back row deck right now. Eldritch is gone right now, guys. I don't know what's going on with that, but maybe we'll see in the future. But yeah, it's a really good card. Destroys all the spawn trap cards your opponent controls, and I think that's really good right now to have. Next, we have Raigeki. I'm actually gonna go straight to meta-worthy because Raigeki is at 3, and it targets your opponent's monsters. So in the right matchup, it's a major blowout card, and I think it deserves its meta-worthy spot, right? Next, we have Solemn Judgment. I'm actually gonna put Solemn Judgment as really good because you know, it's not meta-worthy. I think it's a card that's like a side deck staple that people really consider when building their side decks, and it will most likely stay there for a long time, you know, because there are a lot of cards that you just want to stop and say no to, like Evenly Match, Lightning Storm, you know, cards like that will interrupt your strategy tremendous, like immediate, like a lot, right? So I think it's a really good card to kind of stay at really good. But you guys let me know down below if you agree with any of my picks. If you don't, definitely let me know down below. But let's move on to Called by the Grave. Called by the Grave has always been a really good card, even at 1, right? It's been a few years since Called by the Grave went straight to limited because Crossout Designator was coming out soon. But yeah, I think it's a really good card. You talk to people, it's like the one of you play, right? I don't think you can really argue with that one. But we have Change of Heart. Change of Heart is a really good card as well. I think any cards that basically will take your opponent's monsters are going in really good for this video. It wouldn't be meta-worthy only because, you know, TTT does so much more than that as well. You don't always need that one effect. Next, we have Cosmic Cyclone. I'm actually gonna put that as really good as well because even though you have to pay 1k, you can banish something, and that's things that are can't be destroyed by card effect. It just bypasses that. It's just a really good effect. And this is another card you most likely be putting in the side deck. I don't see many people main decking this. If you do, let me know. But next we have Super Poly. I'm gonna put not bad. Super Poly because if Despia keeps going up in popularity and a lot of people are playing it more, I think this card will rise to really good or even meta worthy. You know, it just really depends how the format is right now. But the format is really Kashtira heavy, so I think this is a really good. It's a card that it doesn't affect Kashtira because they're all different types. It's hard to really use it on them unless maybe like certain choke points. If you guys know what I'm talking about, but I think it's like it could go up. It could definitely go up later. We have Torrential. I'm actually going to put Torrential as okay, only because, you know, as a trap, it's slower and it destroys everything on the field. So it's like Dark Hole, but it's a trap. And I think, you know, with Labyrinths on the rise, it could be even better. We just have to see the, you know, more footage and see like where a lot of people are going to be investing their money and what decks they're going to be playing. Next, we have Strike, Solemn Strike. I'm actually going to put Strike as really good as well. It's another card you'll see in the side deck. You'll see Judgment more. People might max out on Judgment to play like 2 Strike, but you never really see people playing Strike by itself most of the time. I don't know. You guys let me know, of course. But I think it's a really good card. Warning, I'm actually going to put not bad, because it's not a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card. It really isn't. But I see this card even less. Maybe people play like 1 or 2 of it, you know. As a counter trap, it's a really good counter trap. Of course, just like the rest of them. But next we have Evenly Matched, and that's straightly going meta worthy because if your deck can main deck this, it's an amazing deck. You know, I think the ability to just go battle phase and a battle phase and just ruin your opponent's turn. I'm terrible, but it's really good. It's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know if you could argue with that. But next, guys, we have Book of Lunar Eclipse. Book of Lunar Eclipse is a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. I think actually no, it'll stay there. It's just that it would go higher only because if it wasn't for you had to pay costs and then you have to target 2 cards, not just 1, like Book of Eclipse, it would be a lot better. But the fact that it has to be 2 and you have to go discard 1 for cost kind of limits it a little bit. But it's still not it's really not a bad card. Next we have Dogmatic Punishment. This is going not this time, son, only because Dogmatic Punishment, it's just, I don't know, it's been a few years since Rise of Duels has come out, and it has been a really good trap card. You know, you could go ahead and send Entis from your extra deck and go ahead and pop 2 cards now. But the only thing is that there are a lot of cards right now that are immune to being destroyed by card effects, so it's not as good, and as a trap, it's slower. So I think, you know, give it some time, it might go back up, you never know. We have the Daruma Cannon, Destructor Daruma Cannon, I think, guys. It's not bad. Again, I think just trap cards themselves limit the ability to be activated right away, you know, other than like infinite permanence, you know, cards like that. But the fact that you can turn all your opponent's cards face down, plus if they're playing a link-based strategy, they have to send those to the graveyard. It's not bad. It really isn't. Forbidden Droplet, I'm actually put meta worthy. Not many people have been using it like crazy, but it's still a really good card. You know, any card that in Yu-Gi-Oh that says your opponent cannot respond to this is an amazing Yu-Gi-Oh card. Overpowered, but, you know, amazing. I think that's where that goes. We have Ice Dragon's Prison, which I'm actually going to put okay, because, you know, the ability to sort of banish something from your the graveyard and then go ahead and banish something off the field, it's good. It's a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not seeing the play that it deserves, but I think, you know, with time, again, things will go back. Now, next we have Ultimate Slayer, and I think Ultimate Slayer is not a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card. You know, sending something from your extra deck and then just sending it from your opponent's field is really good. Plus, you play something like Despia, you know, you're helping your strategy by sending cards from your extra deck to the graveyard too, so that's not a bad strategy. Next we have Mind Control. That's really good because, again, it's just like Change of Heart and TTT. It can take an opponent's monster. You can't attack with it, but, you know, most of the time you're just trying to take it to get over, go into something bigger or interrupt your opponent in a way. So it's really good. Next we have Rivalry of the Warlords. I'm gonna put not bad because I think cards like this and Gozen Match are just always really good. They're good floodgates. Combined with other cards, they become amazing, right? So it's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh card. I think moving on, we have Silent Graveyard. Silent Graveyard, Kashtira doesn't care too much about the grave, really, so I would say it's not bad because there still are a lot of decks that rely on the graveyard, of course. but it's kind of like weird where we're at right now. I feel like we're half like we care about the graveyard, half like don't banish my stuff. So it's kind of like in the middle right now of our format. Next we have Triple Tactic Thrust. That goes to meta worthy. If you can't afford this card, I definitely don't have 3 yet. Just use TTT. If you can't do that, definitely use Change of Heart, you know, Mind Control, cards like that. But this card not only helps you search out TTT from your deck, you can also search out, you know, a normal spell for your archetype, which is really good. You know, common examples like Sky Striker, just search the engage. That's pretty crazy, in my opinion. But yeah, I think that's where that one goes. Next we have Dark Ruler No More. That's straight going to meta worthy because when your opponent can't respond to cards, like, again, it's just it's a crazy card. Now, again, it's just for monsters can't respond, so they might have a spell or trap, but, you know, unless they're playing like Hot Red to get over it, then, you know, that's it. So I think it's a really good card. Next we have Kashtira Fenrir itself, not the archetype. It's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm actually, yeah, meta worthy it is, because Kashtiras are like one of the top decks right now. They might be the top deck, right? And, you know, Fenrir is just a really good card that can be splashable in any deck. It is the new Pinkertops. It's a better Pinkertops, new and improved. So until, you know, we get to a time where it's not good, which that might be a while, yeah, it's a really good card. Now, next we have Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm is a really good card. The only thing is you have to control no cards, no face-up cards to use it, right? But again, you know, some cards can't have trouble with just being destroyed by a card effect, even like spell or traps sometimes, right? So in some situations, you probably won't be able to. And what happens if you draw into this late game? Evenly matched, you could make the argument that you can still set it, and, you know, it's possible. Activate end the battle phase, you live, you can just still banish stuff, so it could be useful. But if you don't draw this during your beginning of your side, you know, when you side out cards and side in cards, then it becomes relatively bad. We have Macrocosmos. So I'm gonna put right now, I'm gonna put cards like Banishing in not bad, only because you don't want to, as a deck that uses Banishing, you want to be careful what you do against Kashtira, because you don't want to also help them activate their effects against you. But Macrocosmos by no means is not like, it's not a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card. It really isn't. Next we have Gozen Match, and Gozen Match, again, not bad. Another floodgate that really helps slow down the game and put the momentum in your favor, right? Next we have Dimensional Fissure, and once again, it's a not bad card, banishing all the monsters, which just be careful against Kashtira. Right now, again, so now we have enemy controller, right? I'm actually gonna put enemy controller as really good, because enemy controller, again, just does the same thing that Change of Heart does. It does the same thing that Mind Control does. The only thing is that you have to tribute a monster, which isn't the worst, but again, you want all your options against like decks like Kashtira. Probably say Kashtira like 30 times this video, but it's okay. Next we have Book of Eclipse. I'm gonna put this at meta worthy because of the fact that you can just turn everything face down. The only catch is that if you leave it there, end phase, they're gonna draw cards, right? But if you can get rid of that, then you don't really care about that. That's really good. Next we have D-Barrier. I think D-Barrier is actually meta worthy. I know it is a trap card, so it's slower, but it's again, it's just these cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that just say like no to your opponent for certain things. I don't know. I think it's worthy to be in this spot and just say no to what your opponent is doing. Kashtira, no XYZ summoning. Despia, no fusion summoning. Like Sword Soul, that's coming on the rise. No synchro summoning. Like that's a really good effect. And then finally, guys, we have There Can Only Be One. I'm gonna put that as not bad because it's not bad against Sailor Elements. They're putting up one type, and that's heavily affecting them. But guys, I think that everywhere, you know, I think every card that we put in each like section is pretty fair. But guys, again, let me know if you disagree with any of my picks. I definitely want to hear all the comments and see, you know, where would you put what. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a huge like. Comment down below what you would do in what certain areas, and also guys, let me know if I should do a hand trap tier list coming up soon. And guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.